As a 16-year-old, the world of the paranormal captivated me, igniting a deep fascination with ghost hunting and investigations. But it was a series of unexplainable encounters during my mid-teens that truly set my path in motion. These haunting experiences would shape my perspective and plunge me into a realm beyond imagination. Living in the small town of Caledonia in Ontario, Canada, I worked part-time at a local restaurant, known for its delicious pizza and breakfast fare. It was situated near the infamous Caledonia Bridge, and little did I know that this seemingly ordinary eatery held chilling secrets. I owed my employment to my friend Graham, whose mother owned the establishment. At first, I felt nothing amiss within those walls, apart from an eerie sensation that emanated from the basement. But who doesn't feel a shiver in the presence of a dimly lit, old cellar? I paid it little attention and went about my duties, often spending slow shifts watching DVDs alone or with my coworker, Lindsay, who eventually joined me during my evening shifts. Lindsay, it turned out, shared my passion for the paranormal. She regaled me with tales of her ghost hunting adventures, capturing mysterious anomalies in photographs and videos. One particular recording caught my attention, a VHS tape showcasing her exploration of the Blue Ghost Tunnel in St. Catharines, a site cloaked in ethereal fog even on the hottest summer day. The inexplicable phenomenon intrigued me, and my curiosity grew. Fueled by our shared interest, Lindsay and I engaged in lengthy discussions about the supernatural during our shifts. Little did we know that these talks would awaken something within the restaurant. Soon, inexplicable events began to unfold around us. During one shift, while I excused myself to use the restroom, a peculiar incident occurred. As I stood in the bathroom, the doorknob turned, and the door creaked open behind me. Assuming Lindsay was playing a prank, I chuckled to myself, planning to confront her. But when I left the bathroom, the previously locked and closed basement door stood wide open. Confusion and a tinge of unease gripped me. Lindsay, cooking in the kitchen, denied any involvement, her surprise genuine. Together, we searched the empty restaurant, finding no one else present. The basement remained unchecked, its secrets hidden beneath locked doors. However, strange happenings persisted throughout our subsequent shifts, coinciding with our separation in different areas of the restaurant. The basement door would unlock and swing open on its own, a mysterious force seemingly toying with us. Surprisingly, when we informed our boss about these encounters, she believed us without hesitation, understanding that the restaurant held a haunted history. From that moment on, I was never assigned a shift alone, always accompanied by Lindsay or another coworker. Over the course of several weeks, the eerie activity escalated. The basement door, previously tampered with during our shifts, began to unlock and open nearly every time we closed it. At first, we dismissed it as a prank, suspecting one another. But then, one day, it happened while we were both present in the same room, an undeniable confirmation that something supernatural was at play. We theorized that a spirit or entity resided within the restaurant, drawn to Lindsay's presence but expressing animosity toward me. The encounters grew bolder and more frequent. Doors opened unaided, faucets ran in empty bathrooms, and even objects moved without warning. Our fear mixed with a strange thrill, a roller coaster of emotions fueled by the inexplicable nature of our experiences. During one particularly intense incident, I stood at the top of the basement stairs, addressing the unseen presence below. "We know you're here. Please stop opening this door," I beseeched. Yet, as soon as I closed and locked it, the door swung open again, defying all logical explanation. It seemed as if the spirit delighted in defying our requests. Terrifying events continued to unfold. Doors opened simultaneously, sinks ran with hot water, and the atmosphere grew increasingly hostile. The olive oil jug, moved to the middle of the kitchen in the blink of an eye, solidified our fears. Fearful and perplexed, I quit my job, unable to endure the escalating intensity any longer. Years passed, and my memories of those paranormal encounters became distant echoes. However, an unexpected reunion with Lindsay on social media brought everything rushing back. Confirming our shared experiences, we realized the authenticity of our haunting encounters. Curiosity piqued, I reached out to the current owners of the vacant restaurant, seeking permission to conduct a scientific paranormal investigation. Regrettably, they denied any knowledge of supernatural activity and rejected my request. Now, older and braver, I continue to seek out paranormal experiences, capturing them on camera to share with the world. But the memories of that restaurant in Caledonia, once a hotspot of unexplainable phenomena, remain etched in my mind, a testament to the unyielding mystery that surrounds the realm of the supernatural. In the summer of 2021, amidst the tranquil beauty of southern Michigan, a seemingly ordinary lunch break took a dark turn for a young Miami transplant. Living just a stone's throw away from the Indiana border, he found himself entangled in a tale that would forever haunt his memory. Working diligently at Gander Outdoors, a sporting goods store that had once thrived under the name Gander Mountain, he manned a gun counter, immersed in the world of hunting and firearms. Little did he know that fate had an unsettling encounter in store for him. The clock struck 4 p.m., signaling the arrival of his well-deserved lunch break. He ventured 3 miles down the road to a local ice cream parlor, a hidden gem that also boasted delectable bar-quality food. Relishing his meal, he savored the flavors while basking in the warmth of the summer sun. As he embarked on his return journey, his path intersected with a busy main road, brimming with impatient motorists. Oncoming traffic dictated an imminent wait, a momentary pause before rejoining the bustling thoroughfare. A small gap emerged between two cars, tempting him to accelerate and seize the opportunity. Yet, a voice of caution whispered within him, drawing from his own past encounters with accidents. Wisely choosing prudence over recklessness, he opted to exercise restraint. In a moment that would shape the course of events, a wide-moving van materialized behind him, its blaring horn resonating with unabated fury. The young man's patience, already tested by the chaotic symphony of the road, reached its limit. Fueled by frustration, he defiantly extended his middle finger, an all-too-familiar gesture in such moments of road rage. A brief surge of adrenaline coursed through his veins as he unleashed his anger, but he swiftly dismissed the incident from his mind, focused on reaching his workplace safely. Yet, unbeknownst to him, the repercussions of this fleeting act of defiance were about to unfold. As he pulled into the parking lot of Gander Outdoors, a chilling realization struck him like an icy gust of wind on a winter's night. The man he had encountered near the ice cream shop, the very embodiment of road rage, had trailed him relentlessly. The white van occupied a parking spot only 2 cars away, a haunting reminder of the encounter he believed he had left behind. Undeterred by the presence of his pursuer, the young man locked his car and fixed his gaze upon the older gentleman behind the wheel. The man, aged in his 60s, boasted a mane of yellowish-white hair cascading down his shoulders, accompanied by an Apache beard. Their eyes met, an unspoken understanding passing between them, as the young man made his way into the store, purposefully striding past the parked van. Seeking solace in the employee break room, he hastily shed his external armor, donning his blue work shirt and securing a radio to his waistline. Emerging from the sanctuary, he ventured towards the firearms counter nestled in the store's depths. There, he was met with the sight of the elderly man once more, engaged in conversation with his coworker, Miles. Curiosity sparked in Miles' eyes. He interrogated the young man, questioning whether he had provoked the stranger. Tales of the man's visit to acquire 38 special ammunition, fueled by a desire to teach someone a lesson, hung in the air. The young man shared his account of the road rage incident, leaving Miles dumbfounded by the gravity of the situation. Miles, sensing danger, urgently advised his companion to ensure his car remained unharmed. Heeding the warning, the young man retraced his steps, returning to the front of the store where he had a clear view of his parked vehicle. A tense silence enveloped the air as he observed the elderly man, now circling his car, a revolver ominously concealed within his waistband. A cocktail of nerves and fear coursed through his veins, yet he clung to a glimmer of hope that daylight would deter any rash action. Stepping outside into the open, he lit a cigarette, assuming an air of nonchalance while maintaining an unwavering watch over the elderly man's movements. Rounds of surveillance ensued as the man continued his ominous dance around the young man's car. 5 laps, each more sinister than the last, marked his troubled psyche. Then, an unexpected twist shattered the mounting tension. Their eyes met once more, only this time, both locked onto a security camera positioned strategically to capture their vehicles. An ethereal realization dawned upon them simultaneously, the presence of the watchful eye, silently recording their every move. Hate-filled glare transformed into a simmering frustration, as the man's face flushed crimson. In a gesture laden with defeat, he withdrew his hand from his waistband, retreating to the confines of his van. The engine roared to life, and the man vanished into the distance, leaving the young man with a profound sense of relief. In the aftermath of this harrowing ordeal, the young man couldn't help but reflect upon the power of technology, of that silent sentinel standing guard. The security camera had become an unsung hero, potentially preventing a tragedy born from a senseless act of road rage. A story etched in his memory, it served as a reminder to tread lightly amidst the tempestuous landscape of human emotions. A cautionary tale that reaffirmed the importance of restraint and the unexpected allies that sometimes emerge in our darkest hours. In the depths of an eerie poesque night, a clothing retail store became the stage for a chilling encounter, one that awakened childhood fears and sent shivers down the spine of a young employee. Mannequins, with their hollow faces and unsettling presence, held the power to evoke an inexplicable dread, and this unfortunate night would cement that fear in the depths of the employee's psyche. Years ago, during the holiday season, the young employee found themselves in the role of a seasonal worker at the store. Initially assigned to the dock, unloading trucks and handling inventory, they often had to fill in for other departments due to staff shortages and the chaotic nature of the holiday rush. On this particular night, unaware of a schedule change, the young employee arrived later than their colleagues, leaving them to face the late shift alone. Their tasks involve sorting and organizing merchandise, tagging clothes, and stocking shelves. And amidst the store's vibrant clothing displays, mannequins lurked in every corner, their lifeless forms adding an eerie atmosphere. As closing time approached, darkness enveloped the store, with only a few dim lights remaining. The young employee found themselves in a secluded corner, using their phone's flashlight to navigate the shadows. A tingling sensation ran down their spine as they approached a table next to a particularly unsettling mannequin, hesitating in its presence. Summoning their courage, they began folding and placing clothes on the table, trying to dismiss the unease. However, a soft creaking sound shattered the silence, a sound familiar to those who had adjusted mannequins before. Suspicious, the employee looked around, but apart from the mannequin's head appearing to tilt slightly downward, everything seemed unchanged. Creeped out, the employee abandoned their attempts at neatness, rushing to finish the last few items. Just as they placed the final shirt down, another creak resonated through the air, followed by a gentle tap on their shoulder. Startled, they spun around, but no one stood beside them. Yet, the mannequin's right arm had shifted, assuming a different position. A chill raced down the employee's spine, and they retreated backward, eyes locked on the peculiar mannequin. Their final task for the night involved taking pallets of boxes to storage via the freight elevator hidden away in a back hallway. Unbeknownst to them, several mannequins had been stored in that very hallway, yet the presence of more lighting alleviated their initial fears. With trembling nerves, they quickly traversed the hallway, entering the freight elevator. As they pressed the button to descend, they couldn't resist stealing one last glance at the mannequins. In that fleeting moment, they swore the mannequins' joints moved, contorting and twisting ever so slightly. Their hearts skipped a beat. Relieved as the elevator descended, the employee let out a sigh. But their respite was short-lived. A loud metallic bang echoed from the outer doors, shattering their nerves. Fear coursing through their veins, they made a resolute decision: they were done for the night. Upon exiting the elevator, they hurriedly made their way to the nearest register, clocking out. Gathering their belongings, they left through the employee entrance, waiting outside for their ride to arrive. The encounter had shaken them to the core, leaving an indelible mark on their psyche. The following day, the employee approached the schedule manager, concocting a white lie to avoid future late shifts. They feared ridicule if they revealed the true reason behind their request. However, they confided in a close coworker, expecting laughter, only to be met with a serious expression. Their coworker shared similar experiences, recounting how many employees had encountered inexplicable movements from the mannequins after closing time, a chilling secret that remained unspoken.